Good afternoon. Welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well wherever watching me from around the world. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. So today I want to talk about something interesting that is going on in Kenya here. It's about the impeachment of our Deputy President Gachagua. In fact, as it stands now, there's no Deputy Vice President in Kenya because the one who was nominated is called Professor Kithure Kindiki, the current cabinet secretary for security, internal security cabinet secretary, Professor Kithure Kindiki, cannot be sworn in because there's a court case. So today in the afternoon, the judges are going to rule on an application by Gachagua's lawyers because now this is a court case, who had said that that panel of 3 judges cannot sit because it was appointed by the deputy. It's called the Deputy Chief Justice. Because it's supposed to be done by the Chief Justice. That's the argument. But on the other side, the government said they're saying the Deputy Chief Justice can also, Chief Justice can also appoint someone, isn't it? So now, when I look at all these things, I ask myself, what's going on? I think it's just nonsense, because as it stands, what needs to be done is that the court process has to go on, and a determination to be made whether Gachagua was impeached in the right way or was impeached in the wrong way. Which is if the case, then again, they'll go again to impeach him, because the way he has been talking, he cannot work with the Kenyan government. You cannot be in a government and you say the things you're saying about being poisoned, about the government doing what, mistreating its citizens through the taxation, high taxation, and all that. That's why I'm saying Ruto versus Gachagua comedy show. In fact, this is the worst comedy show. I've never seen such a dysfunctional government in my life. Under Moi, he was a dictator, but you knew everything started and ended with Moi. Then Kibaki, it was called the Grand Coalition. In fact, that one was also dysfunctional. The Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga, would fire someone. In fact, he fired the current president, who was then the Minister for Agriculture, in the morning, and then in the evening, the president reinstated the person. Because it was a grand coalition, it had ministers from Kibaki's government and ministers from Raila's government. That's after the 2000 elections, which caused a lot of bloodshed, when the opposition led by Raila Odinga said that this was a rigged election. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, the Ruto versus Gachagua comedy show. This is just a crazy comedy show that is going to bring a lot of suffering here in Kenya. It's not adding any value. Just have people bringing their nonsense together and bringing just chaos, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. The Ruto versus Gachagua comedy show. So these things need to be changed, because if you are having a government that speaks from both sides of the mouth, that can't work, and it won't work, because the way things stand, we have a president who's not ready to work with the former deputy president. Them, they know their reasons. But me, I suspect it has to do with power. You know, here power is so sweet. So the deputy president may have assumed that it was 50-50 in terms of maybe appointments, sharing resources. Let me tell you, if you want to be a rich man in Africa, join government. More so, the central government, the executive in Africa. You'll become a billionaire in no time. Me, I'm 46 years. I own nothing. Okay. have nothing as per now. But to find a young man or woman who joins government as a cabinet secretary with also nothing like me, maybe the person is, give or take 35 years, in 2 years' time, the guy will be a billionaire. Like there's a former, is it cabinet secretary? It's a former, cabinet secretary. I think she was laid off when the President Ruto shuffled the government after the Gen Z riots. This young lady was what? No, she's still around. Yes, she has been promoted to another ministry. She's in her early 30s. When she entered power, I remember very well when she was being asked questions. Most of her wealth was for her husband. So her herself, she was not worth much. But now she's a billionaire, Kenyan Standards. How do you explain that? That you enter government with nothing and become a billionaire. And it's even worse, like when you look at the appointed, is it elected MCS, MPs? It's worse. Someone enters into government. In fact, that's the best example of an MCA. Maybe someone even is a school dropout. Maybe dropped out in standard 8. Here you have an education system of, I don't know, 666. I don't know. But back then it used to be 844. So someone dropped out at standard 8, starts to hustle. So it's just hand to mouth. Then by good luck, he gets spotted by someone who's running for president, because he also wants his people on the ground. Because this person is popular and liked by the masses, he's given a ticket to run on a party. He enters parliament. He has nothing by so. He has zero. So what happens is that this guy, or man, most of the time they are men, he enters, he has nothing. Within 2 years, he has bought 100 acres of land in his rural home. He has built a very big mansion in his rural home. He has bought even 4 fuel gasolers, Land Cruisers. This is a person who has never ridden even a motorbike in his life. Here in the city, he has bought even a home of what, 30 million Kenya shillings. That is, can you say, $300,000? Yes, he buys a home of $300,000 here in the city. Up country, he has acres, land. That's a plane. I don't know if you can see it up there. There's a plane up there. I don't know, it's a Boeing 7744. Boeing. I digress. So this person, he entered as an MC or MP. He had nothing on his bank account. He did not even have a cent. He did not even have any money. Isn't it? So now, you ask yourself, this person was poorer than Professor Maima. He enters, he has all this wealth. That's just the beginning. And then he also acquires assets. You see, he has bought land somewhere, has built serious flats. You know, here in Kenya, people like rentals. You know, people, it's called what? Housing is a problem. So most people live in rentals. Very few people can own their own homes. So as they look for rentals, if you build a rental and you're charging even $100, $200, it's an apartment. Okay, I don't even call it an apartment. It's just a small space with a room, with a bathroom, kitchen, the normal, but very squeezed, where a family of even 5 can live in a 2-bedroom house worth $200. So now he builds those ones. If he had one wife, even some of them did not even have wives, because he was so poor, women were running away from them. Like they ran away from people like us who have nothing. So now, this guy even marries up to 4 wives, acquires property, is just real, by acquiring land. Here someone just amasses land, left, right, and center, because he's in power, he's an MCA or MP. He can, so he has money. Even some of them, I see them on social media, on TikTok. But the most popular people on social media are politicians in Kenya here. I don't know why. Not people like me. People who do comedy, but they are rich. So as long as you have money, you get people who come and what is the saying? Who come and follow you. They, because you have, and also most of the time social media, they always inboxing, especially the ladies. They're always in the inbox of these leaders, looking for favors, showing them their nudes, so that someone can even ask for $100 and he will show his nudes to the leader. This is what's happening. Although I cannot blame the ladies, because they also have to survive. And the gentlemen, they are always in the DMs of the lady leaders or women leaders, also doing the same, asking for money. So now, that's why I'm talking about the Gachagua, Ruto versus Gachagua comedy show. We have a dysfunctional government that cannot go anywhere. Me, I told the president, fire all your advisors and get people like me. Get Professor Maima. Me, I'll just give you advice. Look, let me show you something. This is our farm. Look, it rained yesterday, and the other day, there is it's growing. So imagine this if this was replicated in areas where there's a lot of land, Ukambani land, Masai land. There's a lot of idle land, and also dormant land because there's no rain. You integrate the irrigation system in Nairobi County, so that now all the water is saved for domestic use. The rest is pumped to neighboring counties. And the Israelis can do such a job. Just go to talk to the Israelis, forget the Chinese. Just the Israelis who have a problem of water, but who have heavy rainfall. You know what they'll do? They will integrate for you the drainage system of Nairobi, they have said, collect the water for home use, and then pump the water in neighboring counties so that people can do agriculture year all round. And then Maasai people can also do ranching, do value addition through factories, leather, skin, cowhide, or it's called cow skin, that produces leather, that produces shoes, belts that can be given to the young men in those areas, Maasai land, to sell, to hawk. We are creating jobs. In Ukambani land, there's water for farming here all around. Then there's value addition. And then there's factories that create jobs for the young Gen Zs. There should be an integrated rail transport across Nairobi to neighboring counties, like yesterday. That's mass transport. That should be done fast. Then number two, get the Matatu people, let them convince them to use high capacity buses on loan. They can pay slowly. Let them hire their crew on full time. Let it be digital or using cards through mpesa. Remove these people on the roads, cartels. The traffic police system has to go. Disband it. Let's get people who, even let the NTCSA now be running roads fully. They can stop a car, they can check a car. All drivers should be going for retraining. All the drivers in Kenya now, all of them should go to retraining. It can be done in big areas like Kasarani, there, Stadium. It can be done in all around the country. Any driver in Kenya now has to go for retraining, whether it's personal or large vehicle, because what we have is chaos. Once that is doing for retraining, you move on to education. Let education be free from nursery to university, totally free. Pay teachers, doctors, lecturers, police, big money. Reform the police force. Let them be retrained and give them all the equipment to do their jobs. Now that is my advice, $1 million advice that you can pay me as your advisor, Mr. President. That's why I'm talking about Ruto versus Gachagua comedy show. These people have not been working the 2 years. They've been doing comedy show. And to add on that, build industrial parks where the integrated rail transport will be passing through Nairobi and neighboring counties, Kiambu, Machakos, I don't know which other one, Makueni, these neighboring counties. It can go around. Kajiado, yes, Kajiado. Kitengela, there is in Kajiado, Makueni, Machakos, all those neighboring counties, Kiambu, Kirinyaga, Moranga. Build industrial parks where that rail transport is passing. Then tell the counties to give free land. Let private people come, build houses. Anyone who's working in those factories automatically will go to those houses, and they'll pay. Their rent will be what? Their rent will be for them to own the houses. That's common sense. That's what I'm saying. Ruto versus Gachagua comedy show should end. So this is the Professor Maima show. I want to pray for you watching me that you have a long life, that you become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. And also that you also all your dreams and desires become reality. That is, you become that you get a job reality, you get your first land reality, your first car reality, you get a passport to travel outside Kenya reality, you build that flat that you have been dreaming about reality, you buy that ranch and start keeping livestock reality, you get that wonderful person in your life, start a family, have children reality, and all your heart desires that are positive become a reality. And also pray for myself to get it's called what? Big money, so that I can be the biggest technological university in Africa and worldwide, train future entrepreneurs, provide jobs for the young Gen Zs, develop a product that can be used here in Kenya, Africa, and worldwide, and make big money for myself and for the Kenyan government. That's my prayer. Amen. So if you like what I've said on this channel, our channel, please send something on the mobile mpesa down there, +254 769 729 327. I repeat again, mobile mpesa +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.